controls the spice, controls the universe.
Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis and keeping it real when it comes to theme park touring. So this video is a little different from the ones I normally do. Usually you hear me, see me throwing spice on sci-fi and pop culture. But the third section, I guess, or specialty for my channel is theme parks, because for me, theme parks are the physical manifestation of pop culture, which is why I love going to theme parks so much. But no matter how much I love going to theme parks, I'm going to keep it real with you about what's going on and how to enjoy them. So one of the things that popped up on my radar this morning on Twitter, because that's usually where I go first to check out news, is that Disney has finally announced their Halloween offerings for this year. Now, I say finally because for those of you who know, Disney's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party didn't happen last year because the Wu-Tang flu popping off. So we've been waiting to hear what's going on with Disney, because Universal, literally, I think a little over a month ago, put out details about their bringing back the Halloween Horror Nights. So we're wondering, when is Disney going to get with the program and announce what's going on? Well, today they finally announced it, but interestingly enough, they announced it with a new name. Yeah, a new name. So what's that all about? Well, before we find out about that, please do your girl a favor. Please do hit that subscribe button. And not only hit the subscribe button, but hit that notification bell so you can be notified when your girl puts out new videos, or even when I go live, because you don't want to miss the realness that I'm bringing to you. So on to the story here. All right, so we're going to skip over here to the Disney Parks blog, aka the, I guess, Pixie Dust Zero origin source where it comes to Disney news. So as you see here, Disney's After Hours Boo Bash at Magic Kingdom Park. Select nights August 10th through October 31st. So for you newbies, you don't really know that much about Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World is broken up into 4 main parks, and that would be Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Disney Studios, and Magic Kingdom Park, which happens to be the smallest of them, and the first one that was there. So from the official Disney Parks blog, new Halloween themed Disney After Hours Boo Bash coming to Magic Kingdom Park this fall. Okay, so we're gonna skip the pixie dust throwing first paragraph here and skip right down to the interesting stuff. Disney After Hours Boo Bash will take place on select nights August 10th through October 31st from 9 p.m. to midnight. And I see an asterisk here, so that makes me wonder what's going to go on with that. Spooky festivities will include Halloween-themed cavalcades, character sightings throughout the park, special performances by the Cadaver Dans, decor, lighting, music, treat stops, with plenty of candy and so much more. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. So it's going to take place on select nights, August 10th through October 31st. Select, that's not every night. So you're going to have to check the calendar for Disney to see exactly when those parties are going to be held on a specific date that you're interested in. And notice it's starting August 10th. That's really, really, really freaking early. But I think last year they started August 19th or 20th or so. maybe later in August, but it was in August that they started the parties. So the time is from 9 p.m. to midnight. Okay, so here's the crux of the issue here. With the Not So Scary Halloween party, you could get into the parks as early as 4 p.m. Okay, so you could get in there at 4, chill, and the party didn't start till around 7. So you had 3 hours to kind of, to kind of play around with while they usher the rest of the guests out of the park for the night, so that your special ticketed, or hard ticket as they like to call it, event starts. So you kind of have that buffer time. Now it's starting at 9 p.m. 9 o'clock. And I think I saw further down an article where you could get in at 7. So even if you get in at 7 p.m., compared to years past, you're already at like a 5-hour deficit? No, well, 3 hours getting in early, 5 hours to proper event start that you're behind by. So you're already behind the 8 ball to start out with coming to this event. So spooky festivities will include Halloween-themed cavalcades. I don't know how different that is from an actual parade. Is it a mini parade? And I say that because the Boo to You parade for the Halloween parties were always amazing. There were like, I believe, 2 viewings. You see like the headless horseman, riding through. It was really freaking awesome. So I don't know if they're even going to do the same thing this year for the cavalcade instead of a parade. But I guess I'll finally define what that is. Character sightings throughout the park. Now again, this is probably the characters showing up. You might see like Jack Skellington and Sally, or like several of the Disney villains around. Who knows? Special performances by the Cadaver Dans. Now the Cadaver Dans, they're like the undead version of the barbershop quartet that sings at the Magic Kingdom. They're a performance worth seeing. So the Cadaver Dans, definitely they're worth it. Worth it to pay money to see this event. I don't know, but they're good. They're good to see as the barbershop quartet during their regular park hours. Then of course there's the decor, lighting, and music. Yeah, of course. Treat stops with plenty of candy and so much more. Okay, so this is the main thing. Well, there's so much candy that they give out at these events. So that's a cool thing to do, to get the candy and all that, because, these parties are mostly all about candy. And they say and so much more. So I'm guessing where that comes to, of course, the merchandise that they have. One of my favorite things, which is the specialty food items, especially sweet stuff like cakes and pies and cupcakes and other confections that are full of sugar that they usually do for the Halloween party. So that's probably what they're going to wind up doing. So anyway, further down here, Disney After Hours Boo Bash tickets will grant admission to the Magic Kingdom Park as early as 7 p.m. without the need for a day park ticket and a Disney theme park reservation, giving you time to enjoy even more of your favorites. Again, like I said earlier, with the previous parties, you could get into the park as early as 4. So there's a 3-hour difference between the previous party and this party. So again, you're down 3 hours. You don't need a Disney Park Pass theme reservation, so that's good because that's one less step that you have to do. But then again, how much are they going to charge you for that particular perk? So when they say giving you time to enjoy even more of your favorites, that depends on how crowded that park is at the time, because it takes people a while to get out of the parks. And I'll get into it a little bit later about another trade-off coming up that you have to keep in mind when it comes to these parties, aka hard ticket events that they have here at Disney. Here they talk about, what's required, what you can wear and what you can't wear attending the party. Costume masks, you can't have those for adults. They can only be worn by children younger than 14. And of course, in addition, all guests are required to wear the approved face coverings during the event. Okay, so there's two parts to that. Approved, which means it has to be on the list of face coverings that Disney deems acceptable to wear. You can check the Disney website to find out what those are. And of course, you got to wear the face diaper over your face while you're there at the parks on Disney property. Now, Governor Ron DeSantis did sign an executive order rescinding those mask mandates at the local level throughout the state. However, businesses can still require that you wear a face covering. So do not expect for Disney to drop that face covering mandate anytime soon. I personally think they just make too much money off of those face coverings. So that's just me. That's just me with my tinfoil pixie dust thinking. But I don't think I'm very far off with that. So in case you aren't familiar with Disney After Hours, it's a special event that's open to a limited number of guests after normal park operating hours. Now, if you're getting in there early, the park's still operating, okay? So they say a limited number of guests. Now, in previous years, one of the biggest complaints about hard ticket events like the Halloween party at Disney and even the Christmas party at Disney were just how many people were there, to the point where it wasn't even worth spending the extra money, because you think that if you spend this extra money, you get this extra time to enjoy all the offerings without the amounts of people that are there. So limited number of guests, limited is relative when it comes to Disney. Are they going to oversell it this year? Who's to say? But knowing Disney, they probably will try to cram as many people as they can get into the parks. The experience offers low wait times at more than 20 attractions, from classics like the Haunted Mansion and Space Mountain to newer favorites like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's a ghostly good time for all. Now, this whole thing about low wait times, again, is relative. If there's a lot of people in the park during these parties and they're trying to get on the rides, you're going to have a wait time. You're going to have a wait time. It may be 10 minutes, it may be 80 minutes. So you're going to have to make a trade-off when you do these hard ticketed events. Do you want to go on the rides, or do you want to experience, the parades and get the candy and all that other stuff that's going on? That's the trade-off that you're going to have to make. So again, something else you need to keep in mind to determine if this party is going to be worth your time or not. So tickets will go on sale next month. Okay, talking about June, with an early purchase window available to guests of select Walt Disney Resort hotels. Okay, when I see that word select in front of Walt Disney Resort hotels, I'm thinking right off the bat, that's the deluxe hotels, because those are the guests that are spending, the most money. Yes, that's how Disney thinks. They really do. So the trade-off for paying more money to stay at a deluxe resort, a deluxe hotel at Disney, they're going to give you different perks in exchange. So I wouldn't be surprised if they said, for example, hey, if you're staying at the level of the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian, guess what? You get to purchase these tickets first. Those of you who are at the likes of, say, Riverside and Port Orleans and my favorite, Art of Animation, you might be out of luck and you may have to wind up buying the tickets along with everyone else. If you're booked at a Disney Resort hotel around that time, I suggest getting your travel agent on the phone and get some answers about this if you're interested in attending the Halloween parties. So obviously, Disney's going to share more information as it becomes available about their Boo Bash. Love how that's in capital letters there. So keep checking Disney Parks blog for more tricks and treats. I would say check the Disney Parks blog, but also go check other Disney blogs with regards to what's going on with this once more information starts trickling out. Okay, so here we come to that asterisk down here. Some event nights in August and September will be from 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Okay, so there's a couple of dates where it looks like you're going to wind up maybe getting an extra, half hour. I'm an engineer. I should be able to do math better than this. But either way, they're shifting the times for the time that way by like 30 minutes start. So again, that could change. But another thing to keep in mind is that the dates that this party is going on, which is going to be from like August to October, it's going to be hot as I don't know what in Florida. So just keep that in mind. So with that said, again, Disney hasn't said how much this party is going to be for tickets. They haven't said that. They've only announced dates. You already know it's going to be less hours than in previous parties. And if you notice, the fireworks are missing. And the Halloween fireworks are up there with how amazing and off the chain they are. They're like on the equivalency of the 4th of July, the Christmas, and New Year's Eve fireworks displays, which are amazing. So with that missing, I don't see the parades, announced. It's not going to surprise me if Disney tries to get away with charging as much for this parties this year as they did for the not so scary Halloween parties. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried that. So if you're considering going to one of these Halloween parties for the Boo Bash, I would say keep in mind your time and your budget. If this isn't something that's within your budget, to do, given all the trade-offs that you have to make between doing the party stuff or riding the rides, then, just stick to staying in the park, enjoying the park until the park closes, because they have the Halloween decorations, and then possibly going down to Disney Springs to enjoy the Halloween decorations there in the evening. That's probably going to be your best bet if money and budget is an issue. If you're kind of in the middle and deciding, maybe I might want to check out the party, keep an eye on when your travel dates are, and keep an eye on when Disney releases the dates for the pricing for these parties, because the closer you get to October 31st, the more expensive these party tickets are going to be. And again, keep in mind, the earliest you're going to get into the park is 7 p.m. 7 p.m. So you're going to have from 7 to like about 12, which is like 5 hours, maybe, in the parks for this event. It's not a lot of time. And these tickets, these are tickets you have to purchase separately. They're not tickets that are included, when you buy the regular park hopper or, single park tickets, one single park a day tickets for Disney. This is completely on top. So if you're a family of 4 and you've already spent all that money, you could potentially be looking at anywhere between, and I'm guessing here, if I go by the highest price that they were charging for the Not So Scary Halloween party, like say on Halloween, that was like about $135 a person. So for a family of 4, you think 2 adults, 2 kids, you're up to about $400 plus tax. $400 on top of what you already paid to get in the parks. So you have to make that trade-off. If you're a seasoned visitor like I am, and you've been to the park so many times, you can pretty much know where you're going with your eyes closed. This is something extra to kind of go and enjoy, because you're going there just to enjoy the ambiance. I mean, you're not gonna lose your mind if you don't get to ride Pirates of the Caribbean during a Halloween party. It's just, just not like that. When you've been to the park so many times, you're there to pretty much soak up the ambiance and look at the stuff that you haven't seen before. If you're a first time visitor, you're trying to inhale everything. So if you try to do that during one of these parties, you're going to make everybody miserable, including yourself. So do the research. Think about if it's possibly for you. I'm not telling you what to do. My job as a Disney diva is just to put that information out there, give my point of view, and you folks can make your decision. That's kind of how I keep it real around here. Okay, so with that said, are you interested in attending this Boo Bash that they have going on at Disney World this year? Once they finally announce the prices. Or you're just like, you know what, I'm not down with the Halloween parties at Disney. I'd love to know in the comments, is this something that you're even interested in, or are you just going to go to Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal instead? Or maybe, like me, you're planning to do both just to kind of see which one is which, because you haven't done those two parties before. And I forgot to mention that I have done Halloween out at Disneyland, which was, off the chain a couple of years ago, which is why I'm anxious to finally try the ones at Disney this year. So please let me know in the comments what you think. I would love to hear from you. All right, so with that said, please do like this video, share this video, and please do subscribe to me, because I already hit 2,000 subscribers. That was amazing. But of course, we're on to that next goal, which is 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So yeah, please do subscribe. And if you're subscribed to me, double check to make sure that you're still subscribed to me, because YouTube is scrubbing subscribers. So you don't want to miss out on what your girl is giving you. Okay. With that said, I'll see you in the next video, and take care. And your girl is always going to keep it real with you when it comes to the theme parks. Bye.